Welcome to another episode of Hit 'em on the Side Football, and today we are gonna talk about the Baltimore Ravens hiring Jesse Minter as their head coach. The Ravens have officially made their decision, and they're going with familiarity over flash. Jesse Minter is the new head coach of the Baltimore Ravens after a second in-person interview in Baltimore. And this hire tells you a lot about how the organization sees itself moving forward. Mentor, mentor, Jesse Mentor. Is some things he said. He said he's truly honored to lead a franchise whose values, culture, and tradition of excellence align with how he believes football should be played. Some other things that Jesse Minter also noted was he feels very on brand for the Baltimore Ravens. This is an organization that values continuity, discipline, and trust more than chasing the hottest name on the market. Coming from his most recent role as the Chargers defensive coordinator, Minter was one of the most sought after candidates this cycle. He had interest from multiple teams, including the Raiders. He even canceled a scheduled interview with the Browns, which tells me once Baltimore got serious, this became the job to beat. What really stands out here is how rare the moment is for the Ravens. Jesse Minter becomes just the fourth head coach in the franchise's 31-year history, replacing John Harbaugh after an 18-year run. That's not normal in today's NFL. This organization doesn't reset, it reloads. And hiring Minter feels like another attempt to preserve the Ravens' identity rather than it reinvented. I also want to note that Steve Bisciotti said Minter understands the values and high expectations of the Ravens, and that part matters no matter what circumstances the Ravens are in. This job isn't just about X's and O's. It's about handling expectations, managing a locker room, and keeping a championship window open. Bisciotti also pointed to Minter's football intelligence and long-term vision, which suggests the Ravens see this as more than a short-term experiment. Eric DeCosta also went even further, calling Minter a strong leader with a brilliant football mind, highlighting his football background and ability to connect with players. That's key because whoever took his job was always going to be judged by one thing. Can you lead this roster right now? This hire puts immediate pressure on Jesse Minter. The Ravens aren't rebuilding. They're not resetting expectations. They believe they're still in a Super Bowl window, and this move signals confidence that Minter is ready to step into that moment. The question now isn't whether he understands Ravens football, is whether can he elevate it when it matters the most. Now, my reactions to the Jesse Minter hiring by the Baltimore Ravens. I think personally I didn't understand why the Ravens did this move, but my opinion, I kind of see why they did it. Jesse Minter is from the Jim Harbaugh tree, and it's kind of like the Mike McDonald situation with Seattle Seahawks. They both were started out as defensive coordinators, and now they both transitioned to head coaches, and now we both see them. We will both see them take on a bigger role, leading a whole team, and see if they can elevate their teams to a Super Bowl. I believe Jesse Minter will be a great will be a better upgrade for the defense. He's a defensive coordinator first with a defensive mind, which can help the Ravens defense, as the Ravens defense was not a good defense this past season. The key is for Jesse Minter to elevate this defense and to bring in a different style of attitude when approaching games. And I'm also curious to see who the Ravens will bring at offensive coordinator. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about Cliff Kingsbury. There's also Clint Kubiak. I'm also interested to see if the Ravens bring him in. But that's all my thoughts for this hiring. I think this is a very interesting hiring. I'm not sure what to expect from Jesse Minter, but I trust that the Ravens and Steve Bisciotti and Eric DeCosta know what they're doing. Also, I've learned that Lamar Jackson has been a part of the hiring process of head coaches moving forward. And this is going to be interesting because now they're transitioning into a head coach that will be the key piece up for them winning games in fourth quarter. They had a big issue winning games in the fourth quarter. Now they have to put it all together. But like I said, that's all my thoughts for today. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe. If you're a Ravens fan, let me know what y'all think. Do you think this was a good hire, or do you think the Ravens made a mistake and should they had looked somewhere else for head coaching head coaching help? Also, if you're not a fan of the Ravens and you're just a fan watching this video, just leave your comments. Like, what do y'all think? Do you think the Ravens? Do you think this was a good move? Do you think this was a good move? I think this was an interesting move. I'm not gonna say a great move because I wanted somebody else personally, like maybe Flores from Minnesota. I was also looking at even Mike McDaniel from the Miami Dolphins. But let me know what y'all think, man. Do you think this is a good move? Leave y'all opinions in the comments. And that's all I got for y'all.